morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Let me wait for a couple of minutes for others to join in. Then we'll join. So anybody till then anybody is there who participated in the event yesterday? From your class?
I don't think, sir, anyone participated from our class.
No, sir.
Mostly juniors participated. Okay. So I think let's go to the syllabus first. We were in Unit 2 and we discussed the first half of unit, that is frames. The differences we'll find out after the introduction and learning process of CSS. So yeah, we'll concentrate on this part of the second unit, that is CSS cascading style sheets. Some part of CSS we already have seen. We have used it as a part of our program, and some part we're going to see. Here, some basic introduction regarding CSS, the cascading style sheets. Before learning the versions and other things, the basic purpose of using a CSS is it enhances the beauty rather than beauty or the look of the given website. We
The
develop a
screen,
website.
if you have shared.
Sorry, I think I missed that part. Okay. So here,
The screen is not visible.
hope you are able to see it now. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, we have learned HTML, basics of HTML, and then we are learning as a part of HTML, we are going to learn the CSS also, the cascading style sheets. How is it related to HTML? Now, HTML basically is used for construction of a website, whereas cascading style sheets are used to enhance the look of a given website. You can add different types of color combinations. You can add tables and different types of versions. You can add different types of enhancements. You can. So it's not related to the core part, not the content of the website. It is related to the look of the website. So as per book, this says first version is in 96, second version is in 98. But however, although we are following the book for the syllabus, but in actual we have got CSS 4. We are using the CSS version 4, whatever we are using it now. So here they're also called as simply the style sheets, or you can also say it as cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheet means it can affect multiple HTML pages. That is the reason why you can have the cascading style sheets. So here you are supposed to specify which style you want to apply to your HTML page. So for that one, we have got a selector and then we have got a property. This we have seen. If we can have a look at the syntax, we have seen this is somewhere we have used in the previous cases. Selector, property, its value, semicolon, again property value, and property value. There are multiple property values which are say support or which are separated by a semicolon. Each each property and the value is separated by a colon. Now, if more selectors are there, then you can use the spaces. There are three types of style sheets. Each of them we are going to see. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you an example of these style sheets, and then again we'll come back to the theoretical part. But for understanding purpose, there are three types of style sheets: inline style sheet, document level style sheet, and then external level style sheet. So as the name itself suggests, the inline applies to a single document, document level to a single page, and then external applies to multiple pages. We'll come back to this once again. Just have a look at this particular thing, and then we'll come back to this. So first we are studying the inline. Understand there are three types of style sheets. First one is the inline style sheet. Second one is the document level style sheet. Third one is the external style sheet. Definitely a Viva question. It definitely can be asked. So start with a new program and show you a very basic example. Inline style sheet, in fact, we have already used it. Some of you might remember it. Have a HTML program. Always a good habit. Save it first. Say CSS demo 1. Now remember this. Remember this. The full form of style sheet can also be asked as a question in the Viva. CSS demo 1. Let's have a look at this. So we'll get a HTML format here. What is syntax? Now we have got a head tag. It's not compulsory to use a head tag, but I just use it just to make sure we follow the protocol and also we don't forget the structure of our HTML file. Title and say CSS demo 1. Save this. Let us run this. Check out. We'll get only the title. You can see here CSS demo as the title. Let us go to this and now we are going to have a body tag. So inside this, we are going to insert the code for this. Let us have a simple paragraph introduced here. So inside the paragraph, we'll have a text. Just say line style sheet. Just print this inline style sheet. So here, run this, we'll get a output. You can see the print out as what inline style sheet. Now, suppose if you want to apply the effects, then this is the syntax which we are going to use. Style is to be used as a property here. Style and then property, its respective value. Style and then property and its respective value. Have a look at this syntax and then same thing will apply. So style is used as an attribute here for this, for the paragraph tag. See, this is how you're supposed to. First thing is have the structure ready. Inside that you can insert the values. As the structure says here, now we can see style is equal to property colon value, again semicolon property colon value. So how we are supposed to use first one, we can say margin left. We'll use the property margin left is equal to 5. Not supposed to be equal to, is supposed to be colon 5. This is the first property. Let us see if this is applied to our this one. Margin left is equal to 5. Let's try to change this value and then I made it 50. So margin left is equal to 50. I hope you are following this. This is the first property. Now let us say have a simple property color is equal to red. You can give in hexadecimals also, or you can give it in normal colors also. Now, I'll change this margin I have removed, color, and the color is equal to. Suppose if I want to give multiple values, so these multiple properties are to be separated by a semicolon. So what I'll do is margin, left, colon, and then say 50. So multiple properties can be given over there. You can see we have the value of this. So if you want to give one more property, you can say font size. Font size is equal to, let us make the font size as 50. So as many properties you want, you can use. It will get. If you want to change some this one, you can change it here. Say this, you can see the property gets applied, and then you can see the changes in the color. So this is how we use the inline style sheet. So what does inline style sheet mean? If you want to apply the style to this particular text which is being displayed, then the effects, the styles are given here only in the same paragraph. So such kind of style effects are called as the inline style sheets. So this is the general syntax which we are going to use. Up here, the style attribute. We are going to use style as an attribute, and then for that one, property by its respective value. Again, next property, and then its respective value. So each property, every property is separated from other property by a semicolon, and then property and values are separated by the by the colon. So we'll have one more example of this. So once again, let us have a look at this. This can be used for the header tag also. Other than header tag, we'll use it for paragraph only. Therefore, so I'll say inline demo one. Just check out how we give the properties. So what you're supposed to do here, use the style attribute is equal to, and then one code. Inside this code, you can give as many properties as possible. So for this one, again, we'll say color attribute. Let us give this as Georgian. How do you give the next one? Next property. Supposed to give the colon for this one. You can say font weight is equal to 30. And there are lots of properties which are there. Give the list of those properties as well. Yeah, inline demo. However, the effect has not taken place. Somewhere we might have missed. The Georgian color might not be there. That's one of the reasons why it's not showing over there. Let us try this. You can see the color green is applied over there. Font size. Let us include this. Font size is equal to 30. This is how we give style sheets effect using the inline. Understood this? Any doubt here? This is the general syntax. For the timing, I'll paste the syntax along with the code only, so that you will understand this. So this is the syntax which we have given. Style and then is equal to property and then its respective value. So property and its respective value. Everything will come in single quotes. One particular code. To understand this, any doubts here?
No, sir.
This is what is called as the cascading style sheet inline method. The second one is the document level. The same thing will come in the document level. I'll show you an example and then we'll go for this. Okay. Let us save this first. CSS. Let's say TLS. This document level style sheet. So let us call this as CSS TLS. Save this. Just copy this particular code. So it is easier for you to understand how document level style sheets can be given. So what I'll do is I'll just remove this part, the style part. We're supposed to have this. I'll cut this and then paste this on side just to understand how the fonts can be given for the document, or the style can be given on the document level style sheet. These are the properties which we had given. However, we are supposed to give it inside the different tag. This also we have seen a couple of examples before. We are supposed to use the style tag for this, which is inside the head tag. So opening style tag and then the closing style tag. This one. Then what we are supposed to do is the property list. From this style, where we want to apply, we want to apply for the first paragraph. So this time we want to apply for the first paragraph. So what we'll do is, let's say paragraph name and then bracket. So specify the paragraph name and that particular bracket. Here we are supposed to give the styles. So opening bracket, I'll give by default it takes both. Okay, fine. What is the property? Color and style we are not going to use. Style we are it is used as an attribute in the first party inline CSS. Here we are using it inside the style tag. So no need to use the style one. Now we can say color red. Then what is the other property we are supposed to give? Margin. Same property I'll give and margin left is equal to 50. Font size colon. Let us give this as 6. Now we can see and have this sort opening color bracket and the opening bracket and the closing bracket. So this becomes what? This entire line becomes the style sheet for this. So what is the meaning of this one? This particular color red, this margin on the left side, and this font size will be applied to this particular over there. Now what we'll do is we'll say h1 is equal to again h1 is equal to. So I'm changing this from paragraph just for the understanding purpose. If there are multiple paragraphs, we'll see it later. So what we'll do is for paragraph, we are applying this particular slide. Again, for H1, this is called as the selector. What are the properties we are supposed to give? Color, and then let us give this as green. The property we are giving it as font size. Let us make this as 7. So this everything has to be inside a flower. So now here, what? Let us remove this. This is out of the code now. So instead of here, the inline CSS, we gave the style here only in the paragraph opening. But here, what we are doing, we are not giving, we are just defining the paragraph here and then H1 tag here, but the styles we are giving in the style tag, which is there inside the head tag. So what happens? You can apply this to the entire tag, not necessarily to only one particular tag. Any tag inside the. Here you can see the effects taking place over there. So if you have a paragraph here, it can be applied for multiple paragraphs. So this is one of the uses of this. Let us use a paragraph here. You can see it applies for the multiple paragraphs. You can see it applies for this. Now here, this effect applies for a paragraph. Whatever we have given, selected, we have chosen. These things will apply for a paragraph, and then these things will apply for the header tag. Although we don't have header tag, you can give it whenever header tag is used, and that tag this will be. Understood this? The document level style sheet. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Everybody has understood?
Yes, sir, understood.
Yes, sir.
Mayuri? Meghna? Rohit? I think everybody is there online. Mayuri, Meghna, Rohit, Ritik, anybody? Yes, Meghna
Yes,
is
sir.
there. Okay. So just have a look at this before proceeding to the next one. Inline style sheet. We are supposed to give the style sheet in that particular tag itself. That is what is called as the inline style sheet. How do you use it? You use style as an attribute and then give the values over there. The disadvantage of inline style sheet is if you have multiple paragraphs, then for every paragraph you have to specify the style sheets separately. If you apply for one, it will be applied only for that particular paragraph, not for the next paragraph. Suppose if you have multiple paragraphs, and if you want to have all those paragraphs look the same way, then for every paragraph you are supposed to use this particular thing. If you want multiple paragraphs to have multiple style sheets, then multiple styles, then fine. But if all the paragraphs are having the same style, then there is no point in using the inline CSS. You can use the document level CSS. So any number of paragraphs which you use here, for all those paragraphs, this style sheet will be applied over there. Let me use, since we have used a header tag, let me use a header tag over here, and then whatever information we have given for header tag, that will be applied. So color is equal to green, font size is equal to 70, that will be applied for this header tag, and then for paragraph tag, the red margin and then font size will be applied. Look at this, I can see over here. Margin we have not given for header, so that is the reason why it is studied from the beginning of the screen. Hope you understood this. Any doubts here? Yes. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can give your attendance. Till then, I'll start with the next one. So have a look at this. The same thing we will implement using the third style sheet, that is called as the external style sheet. Let us have this. Let us save this CSS. Cascading style sheet, external style sheet. Save this. Red tag, and then close the head tag. Body tag. Close the body. The structure is ready, and then for external style sheet demo, we'll use the same code for what we had used for this. So we use the same paragraphs for this one, and then let us see how this can be implemented with the next one. So we have got 3 paragraphs. That is line style sheet. I'll say like this, just to avoid confusion. Let us put this as external style sheet. Then make this external also. So here we want to apply these effects. So what we'll do is we'll use the same effects. But if you want that, type it once again. So let us take a new file. We're going to use these files as only style sheets are to be applied. Now, what was the value which we had given for this paragraph? What values we had given? Same things, we'll use it here. Yes, this one. Paragraph color red, margin left, font size. The same thing, we will type it here. For paragraph type, and then color red, margin left. Let us make this as 40. And then what was the other property which we had used? Font size is equal to 60. Font size is 60. Close this. Close this. Let everything be normal. Okay. Yes. What was the second one which we had given for this? For the header type, color green, and then font size is equal to 7. So what we'll do is color green, comma, and then font size colon value. So this should be inside the flower brackets, and then this is being applied for the header. So now here I'll just give you the syntax for all those things. The syntax is selector, and then some issue with the brackets in this. We'll enter the brackets later. Selector, and then here's what you're supposed to do. Property colon value. Again, let us name this as property 1. Then we have got property 2 colon its respective value, semicolon, so on, and then semicolon, last property n colon its value. Everything is delimited by the semicolon. So this is the syntax which we provide. So selector is the name of the this one is selector. So H1 is the selector, paragraph is the selector. For that particular selector, you are applying property and then its respective value. So here you are applying property its respective value. Then next property its respective value. So each of the property is separated from the other property by a semicolon. Right? syntax. I hope you have understood. Let us go to the syntax. And then now here, what we are supposed to do is this we have given in a separate file. So this is a CSS file. We call this as a CSS file, cascading style sheet file. What we are supposed to do is here, save this as a CSS file. You'll get it as, let us name this as 1, and then get a type. You can see here cascade style sheets. Save this as the cascade style sheet. Now the extension of this by default will be the CSS. Here what we are doing is showing you the Explorer. The programs here. See, so what we are doing is our program was what this one, CSS ESS demo. This is our program, wherein what we are doing is we are specifying this. You can see here, this is our program CSS. This is our program CSS ESS demo, and then we also have created the style sheet, the CSS file 1.css. 1.css should also be inside this particular folder only. As you can see here, now we have got 1.css. 1.css. What we are supposed to do is this file is HTML file and 1.css is the CSS file. Both the files we are supposed to link. Let us see how to link that particular thing. Go back to our code. Here. Not in CSS file, but in HTML file. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use a tag called as link. There is a tag called as link. It's a single tag, not closing tag will not be there for this one. Now, a main 3 properties you're supposed to have. One is the REL. Value will always be style sheet. Right? First property is REL. Supposed to give the value as style sheet. Then you're supposed to give the second attribute, the second property, which is called as the type. Here you're supposed to give text/CSS. Right? You're supposed to give text/CSS. And lastly, you're supposed to give the name of the file where you have specified the CSS. Now, what is the name of the file where we have specified CSS? 1.css. For this one, we are supposed to give this name. We are supposed to give. So there is an attribute href which we have used in the anchor type also. Here, we will give the name of the file. So in this way, you can link the HTML file. What is our current HTML file? CSS ESS demo with 1.css. So whatever style specifications we have specified in our style sheet, that will be applied to this. Here we have linked this. Let us try to run. Now there is some error over here. It is only showing this, and then new styles are not. We might have missed some of. In such cases, now we can see, let us debug this and find out what is the error over here. So when I run this, you can see in the top link REL style sheet. Here it is showing it. It should not show this. It should show the name of the program. That means there we have not used any one of the styles properly. As you can see it here, we have not closed the title tag proper. So let us have the opening title tag. Then let us have this closing title tag. We will list the opening and closing title tag. Now let us see opening and closing HTML tag, opening and closing H tag, head tag. Then you have got a title tag, then the link tag. You have got opening and closing body tag, opening, closing paragraph, again paragraph, and again. Seems fine. Let us see if this gives us the output. You can see here all the styles are applied to this. I hope you understood this. Now, what we can do is, what is the advantage of external style sheet is, you can apply this external style sheet for multiple HTML files. Inline style sheets, only one particular line of code. Document level style sheets, only to that particular document. Whereas external style sheets, it can be applied to multiple style sheets also. Now, if you want to make changes, you can make changes over here. From 70, let us make this as 100. You need not change the HTML file also. You can just say, change this. Now I've made this as 100. And then from red, let us use this gray Georgian. Let us see if the color exists. Yes, you can see that the changes are automatically incorporated in our file. So this no, Georgian color is not affected because this is not supported by the browser. So let us try with some normal color. Let us have yellow color, and then now we can see this comes as the external style sheet. Now let us go to the theoretical part and find out. Now you'll be able to link this and then find out how the theoretical part links to this. I can see here cascading style sheets. First version 96, second version 98. Now we have got a fourth version running over there. So selector, you must be understanding now. You can see the syntax here, how to give the selector and then the list of property value pairs. If multiple properties are given, they are separated by the spaces. External style sheets have a form similar to document style sheets. There are three types of style sheets: inline, and then a document level and external. Inline have to give a specification. We have seen this is the general syntax of the inline. Style is used as a particular attribute or a property. This is the example. Style is used as a property for the inline style sheets. That is what the point says. Style is used as a property over there. Okay. Then the second one, style is used as a property, and then document level style sheets. Style is used as a tag. We are using style as a tag. This is our second example. Style is used as a tag, and then the selector and the respective property value pairs we give over there. This becomes a document level style sheet. So all the paragraphs in this document will be having this particular style. All the header tags in this document will be having this particular style. Finally, we have got the external style sheet. Here in external style sheet, we use the link tag. We use the link tag. Three properties: rel, type, and then hr. So here, 1 minute remaining. I'll explain this once again, but have a look at this. So we give this one, and then we give style sheet rel text.css, and then href is equal to the style sheet name. Here, 1.css will be the style sheet name, and then we specify this and save this as 1.css. So here, this is our example. Continuation of this, we'll do it in the next class tomorrow at 10 o'clock. If you are having any doubt, please note it, and in the tomorrow's class, do ask.